Bright neon lights of Lush, a popular nightclub, illuminate the city's heart. Sounds of music and laughter spill out. Lush, where the night never ends. Inside the club, a mix of colorful lights, lively dancers, and intoxicating music. Dr. O steps in, his eyes shining with a peculiar blue light. The crowd seems to pause momentarily, sensing a unique aura and energy. A woman whispering,
"Hey, isn't that Dr. O? Oh my body's so warm all of a sudden."
As Dr. O moves through the crowd, his hands emit a warm, golden glow. Men nearby give nods of approval, admiration. Women are especially drawn to him, their faces reflecting utter joy and exhilaration. As he moves through the club, his hands emit a soft glow. Each touch seems to send waves of euphoria.
"Ladies, let's follow him. I want to get closer to him."
Hey! It's Dr. O! Everyone is getting orgasms tonight. Every time he's here, the night just lights up. Drinks on me!
A small group forms around Dr. O, guys clapping him on the back, engaging in hearty laughter, sharing stories. Women hangs onto his arms, his every word lost in his charm and the sensations he evokes. At the bar, a couple of guys watch the scene, drinks in hand. They seem both envious and impressed.
Man, to have his powers for a day would be awesome. What a lucky guy.
A highlight of the evening, Dr. O takes the dance floor, the center of a euphoric whirlwind. The club lights seem to dance with him, the music syncing perfectly with his heartbeat. As the night draws to a close, Dr. O exits the nightclub. A mysterious figure floating in the sky appears. From the red glow, figure of a witch materializes. She's cloaked in dark red, eyes glowing a fiery amber. She floats a few feet off the ground, a sinister grin on her face.
"At last, we meet. I am Scarlet Witch. You cannot go around womanizing and hurting women with your powers. I must stop you."
It must be a misunderstanding. I have the utmost respect for women. We don't have to do this.
Dr. O takes a defensive stance, his own aura pulsating around him in waves. Scarlet Witch conjures a dark vortex in her hand and launches it at Dr. O. The force of the vortex distorts the surroundings, pulling everything towards it. Dr. O channels his power, projecting a protective shield around him. The vortex collides with the shield, creating a massive explosion of light and energy. The nearby walls and ground crack under the intensity. Scarlet Witch, now enraged, descends rapidly to the ground. She chants an ancient spell, and the entire alleyway starts to crumble and reshape. Buildings morph into monstrous creatures and the ground cracks, revealing a glowing chasm. Dr. O, gathering all his might, projects a massive wave of radiation, targeting the epicenter of Scarlet's body. The radiation is invisible, and now she's penetrated by the unseen force. The energy sends shock waves through her body. Her every fiber stimulated, and she stumbles, reacting to the onslaught of climax and overpowering ecstasy. Her once dominant presence is now faltering, unable to bear the intensity. Her legs give way, and she crashes, hands clutching the ground, trying to resist, quietly moaning in pleasure. Never have she experienced anything like this before. Scarlet Witch's energy is now entirely zapped and wants nothing more than a nap. She accepted defeat.
Stop! Okay. Enough. We will meet again.
And just like that, Scarlet Witch disappears into thin air. Dr. O stands amidst the remnants, his posture relaxed but vigilant. "I must go," he announced to the crowd. Around him, a group of women, their expressions a mix of adoration, sadness, and longing. They reach out, touching his arms, chest, and cape, reluctant to let him leave.
"Please don't go yet."
"Stay a bit longer."
Small clusters of bystanders, clearly awestruck, converse animatedly among themselves, occasionally throwing glances at the hero. They are recounting the recent battle and speculating about Dr. O's origins and powers. Close-up of Dr. O's face, he looks kind, yet distant, acknowledging the affection, but also signaling the inevitability of his departure. Dr. O, now a silhouette against the moonlit sky, flies away from the scene. The nightclub and its crowd look small below, but the lingering emotions are palpable.